ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. I'm Karen Maku.
And I'm Doom Dragon.
Okay, so where we left off, Beef Stroganoff is gone. So we're going to break into this other person's cabin and investigate.
Yeah, and hopefully nothing bad will happen.
Listen there.
So we can finally investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin and figure out what the fuck is going on. God, it's been the 9th of January for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah, don't you love it?
It's stuck in an awful time loop. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Sasato-san. Where she's gone? Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things.
That's not... There's not a moment to waste.
We're both struggling.
Yeah, I know. There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. He's drinking.
I suppose you're right, for Kazuma's sake. Should you just read her diary and then steal it?
Not just for Kazuma-sama.
What do you mean?
It can't be long now until we arrive at the port. At port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those cuffs when we get there.
Really? You mean you actually give a shit?
We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san, by ourselves if we have to. Well, considering that this is only case 2 of the 5 cases in this game, I think we are going to solve it.
Hopefully. Yes, we will. Now to find the cat.
Hang on. Can I check something real quick? Okay.
Yes, you can turn your head.
Let me fix this real quick.
Why?
You gonna read it?
Alright, all the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one.
Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He toppled over too.
Yeah, he's really bad at being a god. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Kazuma's cabin.
Perhaps. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase?
I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company?
And she also told us she never wanted to dance again.
Yeah, she talks about how much she hated the company.
How they starved her and forced her to dance.
So, you know, maybe she's not...
Alright then.
She doesn't feel like busting out a fat move.
It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage.
Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know.
I don't know, you're giving me a headache.
Yeah, you Japanese are always losing your tempers.
Also Japanese!
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'll set them up all straight again. I'll set them all straight again in here, too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. Imagine Susato cleaning up every crime scene.
She even destroys evidence.
There's no clues left because Susato did that shit. Okay, let's look at the case. Oh my,
Piss Mavlova. Oh my god, Salmonella's older sister. Piss Mavlova.
God damn it, now it's gonna exist forever. Fuck. Miss Pavlova's case is open.
I'm so happy.
Piss Pavlova.
It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there.
Well, also not just that, she also said that her friend was in there.
Yeah, so I feel like you can actually trust her.
Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret.
I need a shower. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Buria. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? Dead.
Died.
Her cat's name is Piss Mavlova.
There's Miss Pavlova and Piss Mavlova.
The cat knocks shit over and she looks at her and is like, Piss!
Oh, God, what else does the game want me to look at?
Pissy Missy.
Let's look at the vent, I guess. It's important to the case.
Oh, is it? So this ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door.
Yes, although what a fool of what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room.
What a shul of fit booker.
Please shut up.
Maybe it's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm.
Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning.
Stupid. That's a possibility. Anyway, last night Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this ventilator.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Check the wardrobe?
Naruhodo-san, are you there?
I'm standing 2 feet away. Oh, wait. Yeah. Sorry, I'm right here. Yes, why?
Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home.
Funny joke. I hate her. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know?
Imagine he does that in every case from now on.
Oh my god, dude, Sasato.
Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful clothes. I suppose they're all stage costumes.
I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there. No such luck. Pulls out like a Lady D cosplay and some stilts.
Okay, do I just have to look at everything?
I was gonna say look at the duffel bag.
Oh, I don't know if you can.
This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. If the bolt's drawn across, there's no way anybody could enter the cabin from outside.
Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it?
No. The door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. Wizardry.
Wizardry. And it's sealed up perfectly, too, to stop any seawater coming in.
So if the ship sinks, you're fucked, but you're not gonna get wet.
So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through the crack around the closed door either.
I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. Starting to see why they suspect me. Can you look at the double bag? Oh, you can't. That's weird.
Well, it's not important.
I guess so.
Cord.
Ding dong bing bong!
Help!
I hate you.
What?
You're a nerd. There's one of these next to the bed in Kazuma's cabin, too.
Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist.
Whee! She barely hesitated there. She gave it a good tug, too. Damn, they can feel us. They can feel our Japanese with the way we tugged it.
No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come.
Well, then why'd you do it? We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. Okay. You dumb bitch.
Anything else? Anything else? There's nothing really on the floor. We looked at the vent, the door. We could look at this again.
Yeah, but I imagine it's the same thing.
I imagine this is a press around and we can't actually do anything until we look at everything.
I imagine there must be something you're not looking at because you're a huge nerd.
Oh, shit, is there?
Yes. They're displayed in this cabin, too. Look, the SS Buria's rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabin unless it's important to your character. Pets are strictly forbidden, unless it's important to your character.
So people break these rules all the fucking time.
Kazuma just had a straight-up sword.
Wait until you see the end of the game.
Oh, God.
I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after reading this. Her special friend, I mean.
I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. She's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine.
I just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard.
Just him eating a fucking cat into the ocean. Little wuss-puss. Ah, yes. So do I.
Okay, is that
I'll throw Midnight into the ocean for funsies.
Don't throw Midnight into the ocean for funsies.
I will absolutely throw Midnight into the ocean for funsies. Look at the way that cat treats me.
I wonder if Midnight could swim.
I mean, most mammals can swim, and they can swim pretty well.
I know, but we got Midnight at like 2 months.
Yeah, but like swimming is an instinct thing.
Oh, okay.
Like if you throw a baby into a pool, you'll get arrested, but also the baby can swim.
Sure.
There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it.
Well, I almost said it again.
Miss Pavlova, the new character.
She's becoming a character, apparently. Jesus Christ.
It's like a palette swap of Miss Pavlova.
Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all.
Any
Shut up.
time. That's true. I wonder what kind of book she likes to read. I
Okay.
wonder if she enjoys Lord of the Rings.
Let's see. Yes, I see.
I can't read this.
She's going to English. Actually, no. If it's I mean, it could be that like it's one of Nicolina's books, or it could be a book that already is on board, which they would both be Russian, I think.
Well, I mean, if Piss is Russian, then the books are
God,
probably
shut
Russian.
up!
But there's also a Russian ship.
I mean, I guess, but she is going to America,
Yeah,
so she could have American books to teach her how to speak.
but racism.
It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading
Goosebumps.
books written in Russian. Thanks, I think I probably already knew that.
No shit, Herlock.
It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that.
No hit, Herlock. Click on the food bowl on the floor.
Oh, the food bowl.
That's
Right.
obvious there for the pet.
I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor.
Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately.
Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here?
Susato. What? A leak? I think a leak on a boat is probably a pretty concerning thing.
Yeah, that's probably why she's scared. They're on a fucking boat.
Yeah, not as bad as a leak on a submarine.
Is this ship quite safe?
Actually, I did hear a saying once that I thought was really funny, which was just that somebody is about as useful as a screen door on a submarine.
They're so pretty.
I think the only one that trumps that is you're about as useful as a knitted condom. I'm not sure. I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink. And then as soon as he says it, the ship starts to tilt.
No, you're right. Of course you're right.
She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? This might just be a click around because I think
Wait, trash can's different.
Do you remember the scene in The Grinch when he like looks over the tube and the cat launches into his face? It's just that with Naruhodo-san in this trash can.
Cat really fucking gets him.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to steal Christmas. I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket.
I can't wait for it to be Christmas time and then it's morally acceptable for us to watch Christmas movies. Shall we have a little look to see what's been thrown away?
God, I can't wait to watch the Santa Claus and watch that fucking psychologist say the kid's not allowed to have an imagination.
The psychologist who obviously hates children.
Yeah, that was his whole point, right?
Yeah, he hated kids. Right? I don't think anyone could ever argue that wasn't his character. That man fucking hates children.
The kid wasn't allowed to believe that he went to the fucking North Pole.
He was like 7! Jesus!
I don't even think he was 7. How old was that kid?
He was a little child. Like
I know he was a little child. It was believable enough for him to believe he went to the North Pole. But like, Jesus Christ, the psychologist comes in and it's like, now you know Santa Claus isn't real, right? And he's like, no, my dad's Santa Claus.
Yeah, that man, like, I think actually hated fucking kids.
Are you trying to look up the age of the kid in the movie?
Yeah. Hang on, let me just look up.
Cody, please.
Hang on, wait, hang
Naruhodo-san.
on.
It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know.
He was 8.
You
That kid was
you're
fucking
telling this
8 years old.
You're telling this fucking 8-year-old that Santa Claus isn't real and he didn't go to the North Pole and drink hot chocolate?
And that his father is not Santa Claus. And that, like,
Didn't give him a magical Christmas.
oh my god. Dude, I'm like legit. That man hated kids.
Like, of course he did, but apparently he won custody over the kid.
Which is well, he was the stepdad.
I know he was the stepdad and the mom technically won, but like still,
Yeah.
the fact that like the mom is with someone like that and she still won custody.
He was so condescending too about it. He was like, "Now, could Santa really travel across the whole world?"
Did he also like suggest medication?
I think he suggested it for Scott. I don't know that he ever. If he suggested medication for an 8-year-old who believed in Santa, that man needs to have his diploma taken away.
That's a straight up evil thing to do.
That's like actually just psychotic. I want to look it up, and then it turns out that he did try to medicate a fucking 8-year-old for believing in Santa.
Those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now.
Racist. You filthy Japanese. Wait, hang on. We're putting.
However, these are special circumstances, I think.
Exactly. We have no choice. Oh, I thought she was going to throw us across the room again. There's hardly anything in here at all. Except for these pair of angel wings that look like they were cut off of someone.
Oh, well, that's a little disappointing.
Just the angel wings stuffed in there. Is there nothing else?
Is there nothing else?
There's got to be something. You got that.
Oh god, we're pixel hunting now. Oh god.
Oh god, no. Turn back. Did you get the tea set?
I didn't get the tea set. That's the
Okay.
only thing. Oh, I mean, like, look at it.
This has to be a click around.
God, it probably is a click around, but this is like completely not related to anything.
No, it looks like a normal ass thing. Oh well. Also, might have to get the door hooks or the wall hooks.
Wait, Cosmo's lipstick's on here.
Cora Blue 52. I know I've seen that somewhere.
Boss Lady 53.
Licks it. Yeah, that's Cosma.
I know that taste anywhere.
Cherry blossom and applewood smoke. An unusual combination, but it works just right.
It would seem this teapot is empty.
It would seem you're having a mental breakdown. So the natural conclusion is that Russians are a very thirsty people.
Those are the Americans, but okay.
Especially the guys on OnlyFans.
Also, I like to imagine Susato making this face while the two gods in her head are joking about the taste of Kazuma.
Like just smiling at him, and then internally she's like, "Shut up! Shut up!"
Or, because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, and she hadn't had a chance to make any tea yet. I mean, it could be either.
Yeah, but your thing's dumb. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. Kind of weird that this is the hill you want to die on.
You're rather
Obstinate.
aren't you, Naruhodo-san?
Did you just call me obtuse? I'm a cute. A QT.
Oh god. Oh no.
Wait, go back. Because they might have to get, like, try the wall hooks. Those things. Nope.
Nope.
Wait, try to leave.
Oh, nope.
Or don't. Yeah, you tried to go to the hall.
I'd never have believed that a Russian gentleman was actually a beautiful ballerina.
I can.
I feel like we need to spend a little more time investigating here. Okay. No, wait. Hang on. This is... Yeah. There you are.
You okay there, Sholmesy?
I was looking for you.
My favorite guy.
You good, guy? Stop it. Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes. Look.
I don't want to. Does he know that his pants ripped? Oh, you never know where he's going to turn up next, do you?
He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself.
Oh, this is probably the tra-la-la we heard.
We were supposed to look at this first.
If only we thought to turn our heads slightly to the right.
Well, also they said that it was like time was of the essence and we needed to go into the room.
Tra-la-la, lira, lay, I did it the great detective way. 1,000 years of death!
He would never see it coming.
No, he wouldn't. We'd be the first ones to do it. It's a secret Japanese technique.
Actually, since it happens a lot in Japan, he would never see it coming.
I still think it's weird that like that's considered just a practical joke. To just slam your fingers up someone's ass.
Isn't it basically like, hey, you're the newbie, so... That's pretty much what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed this? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits?
Then again, in America, people like hit their friend with a car and then say that it was just a prank, bro.
Tokyo drifting your car into a fucking McDonald's.
Yes, there were times I'm surely knew when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky Herlock was about.
I'm so glad you have your own theme song.
Na Sholmes.
Excuse me.
Herlock. I solved it all and stood tall. I did it the great detective way.
Mr. Sholmes!
What? What is it? You want to fight? Queensberry rules! Queensberry rules! Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing. And I was just about to reach the climactic finish.
Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured that now is a good time as any.
I still love the video of like the MMA dude just knocking out a kung fu fighter. Or it was like Muay Thai or something. I very nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks.
Alright, I got the picture. Now could you please put those fists away?
These deadly weapons.
Cocks his fist. Mr. Sholmes.
You gonna chill the fuck out?
You seem to be examining something before we interrupted you.
Ah yes, that. I was immersed in a study of the ship's log as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here.
Oh yes, the ship's log.
And did you find anything useful from it?
No.
Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank.
Which means there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so...
You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it.
Are you saying I'm too Japanese to know what this means?
You can... I was gonna make a racist joke.
You good over there?
Just be like, sit there and be like, you can see through those slanted eyes of yours.
Oh god, imagine if Sholmes really was that racist.
The mercury has blinded you from all that sushi.
Okay. Sorry.
God only knows if those jokes are gonna make it into the episode.
They will.
Oh boy.
I don't cut anything out of these.
Oh no. Your logic, my boy, is inverted.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
You're playing on Southpaw. Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman oft stands entry on the first-class passageway. And he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour.
Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes?
That was Ryunosuke.
I know.
Getting oddly feminine up in here.
I know.
He writes that in every 30 minutes? Obama.
Shut the fuck up, you asshole. Nothing to report.
Okay. Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that.
Seaman.
And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report.
Do you mean?
He fell asleep. Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night, which led to the seaman being absent from his post. Probably
What kind of
snapping
circumstances?
necks.
What happened?
Uh-huh. That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. There's also a train out here in the middle of the ocean, I guess.
Are we that close to land?
They look out the window and they're like actually just beached in the middle of nowhere. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribbling nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file.
In your mental log.
Try shoving it up your ear. It's like, come on! Get in there!
Okay, cool.
Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective.
Thank you.
Now you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes Sholmes. Brilliant! Ouch.
That face is so weird. I've never seen him make that face. What is it? Are you hurt?
Oh, don't worry yourself. I've been eating nothing but cheese and cabbage. Help!
You can't make me stop, but help.
I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Nothing more.
Turns out the reason the mousetrap is there is to catch Sholmes, not any mice.
You look away for a second and you just hear it snap shut and him scream. I think I talked about this last time, but like, do you remember the video of, you ever see the video of the kid with the mousetrap?
No.
And he's like, today we're going to find out if I'm faster than a mousetrap. And then just slams his hand on it. And it snaps down on his hand. And he just goes, I'm not faster than a mousetrap.
Yeah, you told me about that, and I still haven't seen it.
I need to find it. Well, my friends, until our next encounter.
Oh, you mean in the room? Because we're going to follow you in that room.
He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway.
He's really bad at singing, isn't he? Is something wrong, Susato? You seem lost in thought. It's just... Well, I feel the same.
Sorry?
Ever since I woke this morning, I had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing.
Oh, you too?
That's it.
End of discussion, I guess.
Let's move.
I do like to move it, move it.
What was the situation here exactly?
What the fuck was going on in Piss Mavlova's cabin? Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
What's that?
I know everybody's here for the sound effects.
Are you gonna read?
Oh shit. Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter mile forward. Full stop, hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. What the?
I think we're about to crash into another ship.
Ah shit. What? Yeah.
I can't stand.
Susato-san, hold on to me. Whoa. I don't know, every time I see whoa, I just think of 40K. Susato-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all?
Yes. I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodo-san.
Is everything sideways? No. Where the hell is her pet?
Dead, apparently.
Looks like we avoided a collision.
I think.
Yes, the ship has come to a stop.
Oh my goodness. What about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Damn it.
Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. No, that sounds like...
Yeah, Hosonaga.
Oh, is it
Inspector
Hosonaga?
Hosonaga.
Oh, shit.
He's developed a wonderful Russian accent.
He's really trying to blend in. Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door, quickly! What? The bolt? Oh my god, was it locked after he was killed? Are you fucking stupid?
Look at that!
So look at this. Door's bolted. Did you do that, Susato-san?
No, I didn't touch it.
that's strange. How did... Oh, fuck, I get it. This made Tokyo Drift a whole ass boat just to lock it. And look at all the books. They drugged everybody on board so they wouldn't notice.
So they wouldn't remember the insane drifting that was happening. Remember when we were watching Pirates of the Caribbean and we were talking about how fucking
Jack
Sparrow drifted his whole ass boat?
Tokyo Drift a whole boat.
That's what he did.
God, that movie sucks.
Salazar.
I still love the joke that he just threw the dead sharks in the water in the hopes that they'd attract real sharks.
I like the part where the girl was on land and it's like...
Yeah, she like sees the dead people and then just screams and runs in the other direction.
Yeah, she just runs into the forest and it's like, that's a pretty realistic reaction.
That was probably the only scene in the movie that like I actually laughed at.
Naruhodo-san, are you going to open the door and let the inspector in?
No. I'd better tidy this place up first. Yeah, that's a priority. That's what we're... Naruhodo. Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery, at least, in a very vivid way. But I knew that what waited on...
The other side
of the door would not be pleasant. I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay, I guess I give you 2 seconds.
Yeah. Turns out these carpets are pearly white.
They're supposed to be white.
I mean, I'm sure they are. They're just old.
Actually, no, these are new. Remember, this place was renovated when we bought it.
Right. No. I don't mind the off-white.
I think they're fine.
Yeah.
Just wish the walls were a different color.
Yeah, I really wish we could paint the walls.
I mean, we probably could. Maybe we can ask.
That might take out of our deposit, though.
Unless we paint it back.
I guess. We'd have to strip the walls then.
It's you!
Yeah. Somehow the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Is that conversation going to make it in the recording?
Yes.
Oh, god damn it.
Cody, I don't pause these things.
You should! So Sacha-san took a deep breath, then gently slid back the bolt. Hey.
She's so small.
Hey, third person. You, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? You both look unhurt. Good.
Yes, fine.
We're fine, thank you.
Sorry,
What on earth happened?
There's just a lot of dudes here, so...
Yeah, who cares?
Okay.
We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though. Oh, how did that happen? I have it written on my hand. There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming. Crew are running everywhere. This first class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment.
Oh, I see.
Someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside?
Ah! You wicked intruder! Dressed all in black, you are the devil!
I'm the guy you met 5 minutes ago. Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is a first.
You opened my traveling case. How could you?
What? No, we didn't touch it.
That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. I zoned out.
Yes?
Arrest this man. I know he did it.
I'm sort of already arrested.
He is a criminal. Is it not enough that he killed a man?
Alright, cool. I don't like you anymore. Duh, and here is a stowaway as well. A vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe?
What?
What was that?
Take him away. He is a trespasser as well as everything else.
Well, you weren't here. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right, you are devil. Doesn't look good, does it? There is cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police.
Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hosonaga, is there nothing you can do?
This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options.
This is terrible.
This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately!
Okay, is it now gonna let me do the thing?
What thing?
Hang on. I've been looking for this the whole time we were investigating earlier.
Really?
Yeah, I knew he was gonna be there.
Sholmes.
You're not a coat, buddy.
But ever since I was a young boy, it's all I've wanted.
Anyway. What the?
What are you doing up there? Mr. Sholmes? Oh man, can we talk about how this is a look?
He's pulling it off.
Work it, Queen.
You're gonna be on the cover of Fashion Week.
Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles would feel like on one's head. Feels pretty good.
Damn, he's working it.
I feel pretty. Have I not told you that as a detective it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't a mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no, no.
Well, why were you hanging from that hook before then?
I wanted to see if I could hold on my weight. These command strips work really well. Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of the 20,000 rubles, naturally. I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. Is he having a mental breakdown?
I never know whether to take this man seriously or not.
Are you a real person? You again, the great detective. Ah, Inspector, I confess I've been looking for you.
You have?
There's only enough room for one detective on this boat.
No, he's an inspector.
Isn't it the same thing?
No, an inspector is a police officer.
Alright. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time. What is the report? Speak! An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Bullshit. Yes, the case of this curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steam shit, has been solved by me, naturally.
What?
Oh, God.
Really?
I can't wait to waste half an hour on the bullshit he's about to say.
Are you ready for him to dance around the room for a second time?
Oh my God, is that what's about to happen?
Yeah, he's building it up. Do you not feel it?
No!
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about, like, when I was looking around at the side of the room earlier, did you suspect anything for me to be looking for?
No. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case.
Dance. Dance.
You have solved it. Even the hedgehog understands this case.
Yeah, he gotta
Man,
go fast.
I am really full of analogies involving animals, aren't I? We all know who was responsible for killing student boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is this Stove, and he has handcuffs to prove it.
I didn't do it. And also, you put the handcuffs on me.
Shoves a knife into our hands. Oh, look, he is holding knife.
That's what he's practically doing.
The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim.
You could have done it.
Because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. That means the culprit must be someone who is inside the cabin.
Yes. It's what's called a locked room mystery. Yeah, in detective stories.
Man, I'm loving this Sonic the Hedgehog fanfic I'm currently reading.
Sonic getting with Princess Zelda?
Sonic X Thomas the Tank Engine? The locked room, that is point.
I stocked up on fanfic before getting on this boat. We were going to be here for 2 months.
All Sonic themed. Sonic X that tree from HF Puff and stuff.
Wholesome Sonic. The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin.
Except for that thing we literally just proved 10 seconds ago. You're all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all.
What? And I'll show you by breaking down.
Oh yes, there's another entrance. Oh god. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered one. Sorry, I gotta transition between voices. Why, it gapes open-mouthed at you even as we speak. It gapes at you like an anal-themed porn star.
Oh, I'm so glad you're bringing this up.
The ventilator, man. The ventilator. Russian laughing. You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole.
That's because your arm is as thick as a tree trunk.
You take that back. I am skinny and petite for Russian man.
How'd you hear my thoughts?
I am dainty Russian woman, don't you know?
And then he looks at Pavlov and it's like, look, we're practically the same.
Us girls have to stick together.
And then she looks at him and is like, you're a woman?
That's a woman?
Can't you see
That's-
midriff?
That's piss Mavlova right there. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? It's not possible. Not possible or not realistic.
There's a difference.
But it is. For with the power of my jumping to conclusions, boy do my legs hurt. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Dude, I'm about to throw myself out a window.
Mr. Shum, stop Cody from jumping out the window. Do you mean
Oh, I want to be lost at sea at this point.
you jump out the window and hit an iceberg or something?
Oh, thank God. Icebergs. The least dangerous thing to a ship, and then the Titanic comes along.
And we hit the Titanic near what caused it to sink? Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m. We're reading this again. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
I'm getting a headache.
Well, stop your headache. We're about to dance.
Precisely, my dear madam. But what does it mean? What is this speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin, and can only be solved via breakdancing. Or by beating up Pavlova.
He beats the shit out of Pavlova, which he would not get close because beef would stop him.
Yeah, no. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There's a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What I am about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cores. Behold! He throws a flashbang on the floor.
What the? I'm so glad you're having a good time, Cody. What's up?
Did she put a saucer on the floor to feed a fucking snake?
I mean, you're not gonna touch a rat with your bare hands, are you?
Oh my god. I don't want to do this. Allow me to introduce to you all to the band. The Speckled Band.
A snake?
The Band. A really okay musical band.
Hey, you want to know something?
What?
That snake isn't speckled.
Oh, hey. Indubitably. Is it really that her pet's not a snake and that it is a cat that's just like not?
The cat's dead, man.
This is just a random ass snake.
Cody, that cat's dead. There's been a snake in this cabin.
Pretty big snake.
Yeah, he would have eaten that cat.
It's like trying to choke out Stroganoff, but his neck is just too thick.
They like take the snake off of his head and you see a distinct lump in its stomach.
You just hear from inside.
Is there shows just one thing?
Pray, what troubles you?
Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It's more stripy, wouldn't you say?
Hmm?
Yes, you're right.
Please tell me this is just some random ass snake.
I think it... Oh, yes, of course. A boat where we all find snakes.
They're for rodent control.
I think in this case, you'd have to call it the striped band, wouldn't you?
It would seem I fucked up. You both see and observe, with distinction, however. Do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall?
Oh my goodness, really? Is it a trap?
Sasato, please, I can't deal with you and Herlock at the same time.
At the shame time?
That's how I'm filled with shame whenever they're around.
How exactly?
And then Stroganoff just sucks down the snake like spaghetti. They're all just sitting there like, okay, well, the snake is a non-issue now.
Pure protein.
I was hungry. I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought.
He unhinges his jaw to eat the snake.
Oh, man. What? Oh, God. Because, like, the snakes, they don't unhinge their jaw. They're like, they don't have a chin bone, so they just, like, expand it.
God, I need to show you something where, like, something else does that, and it's weird to see it with no skin covering it.
Have you ever seen a snake yawn?
No, but...
Like, the two halves of their jaw move independently up and down. It looks so weird. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova?
No, so these two people in my head talking about snakes. I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. I did sneak on board last night, but that's it.
And I might have snapped some guy's neck, but I wasn't paying attention to who. There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one. Also, a snake wouldn't snap your neck if it wrapped around you.
It pop your head right off.
Last night, your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two.
I shit myself.
I was about to say. I just did that in my pants.
Did anyone even notice?
That same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life.
No.
Yes.
She turned as white as a bowl of rice again.
Alright.
He's never even heard of milk.
Yeah, you know, you guys, just in case you forgot, he's supposed to be Japanese. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head.
Ow!
This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi. Then I must kill her as retribution.
It looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head.
I would advise as little movement as possible, seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. I mean, it wouldn't kill you. It hurt, but it wouldn't kill you. Unless it hit like your jugular.
Cody?
So, everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. You want to do that next episode, or you want to end it
No,
off
I want to do it here.
Okay. Oh, God, another one of these.
The game is an arm.
Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. Oh, wait, hang on. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. Oh, cool. The contradiction is that her arm hurts. And that is the very pain that evidences you... What? Evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Looking at his crotch, I see. After a different kind of serpent.
Please.
Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observation on the night in question tell of a speckled band.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Sure.
No fangs.
Hey. That's not right. Whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit the description in any way. Just like mid-sentence, he's like, and finally, for my third ow, fuck, it bit me!
He just drops the whole accent.
What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this sign that fell upon the victim's eyes last night?
No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, but it does! You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Oh, hey. Yes, that which you are trying, but failing to conceal, can only be the snake's soft skin. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin, no? As snakes are known to do after taking a life.
It's like taking a shower after a long day. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What are you on right now? Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters.
Imagine Cosmo with a massive-ass snake falling into his room.
I don't think anybody would be okay.
Yeah, no! He also wouldn't stay in the room. He'd probably leave.
Yeah. Like, even if it's just a constrictor, those things will fuck you up.
Okay.
In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it's lost its skin. A snake so dreadful we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India.
It's not from there.
Conclusion: a beloved speckled snake.
Next question.
Oh god, there's more. How Mr. Asogi died.
I died.
Oh god, how long is this?
It's not.
Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. The grim demise of the victim.
Oh, there's a dead guy in my room now.
How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I have apprised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury.
I'm over here now.
What'd you do? In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Ah, fuck. Now, if we take that as a fact...
He didn't get to look at the research thing, did he?
No, he didn't. We can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime.
Oh no. Could there be...
Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively.
This fine man.
The almost, but not quite, imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. Yes, the vestiges of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend.
That makes no sense.
There's no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you?
Stop looking at things.
But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. Man, that's a strong-ass snake. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt.
You don't.
Shut up! Don't talk or you'll disprove anything I'm saying. It is telling that the victim's note of low whistling sound that he... Why? It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend.
To train?
Man, it must be awesome being a detective if you can just make shit up. Indeed, you'd put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a period, you'd summon it back with a whistle.
Did you hear that whistle sound that happened?
I did. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you'd release the snake once more. Do you deny the snake has undergone such training?
It's not true.
Yeah, it's a snake. You can't train snakes.
Yeah, no. Do you see the extensive training behind his eyes?
Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. And its venom would course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. There can be no doubt. My logic is infallible. Buddy.
Apparently in the book it really was a snake.
What, in the Sherlock Holmes thing?
Yeah, in his book. Like, yeah.
Yeah, there's also one where a man with a golem just kills people.
Oh, nice.
So that's pretty cool. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of the speckled band.
Cool, right?
Peace out. Why was he dancing? Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key of training any creature. And snakes are known for their love of milk.
Incredible. You solved the mystery.
For once, you didn't just say complete nonsense. Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name. I see now why Sherlock Holmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand. But please, talk about how great I am a little more.
Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes?
No. But of course, what's on your mind?
You're stupid. It's just about your deduction before. There's things that don't quite make sense to me.
I welcome questions as to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly.
Okay.
And don't worry, I have more bullshit to give.
Oh, well, good. First of all...
Are you high?
Snakes are egg-laying creatures. Part of the reptile family.
What's a reptile?
Like a cat.
You are well informed, madam. Reptiles are like birds, but without feathers.
And reptiles, don't drink milk.
Ah. It seems you've caught me in the middle of a lie.
It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see.
What is a reptile but a mammal with scales?
And I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward.
I don't think you could train a snake at all. No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example. The logic holds.
Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears.
Shit.
Yes, I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal a snake by whistling.
But madam, what of the tales from Arabia? Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sound of a flute?
I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements.
Yeah. Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears. These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless. What sort of god-forsaken animal would be cursed without ears?
Well, if you looked at the Bible, God took its legs away.
It really is a god-forsaken animal.
Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Shums.
Much like Arizona, God has abandoned them.
There's one other thing.
You have more?
Snakes use their snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure the snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the one in the cabin.
Then it should try harder. Couldn't climb with that attitude. But I can see it in this snake's eyes. It's got a give 'em hell attitude. It's got determination.
Please, don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator into to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that there is a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this. Wow, he really is stupid.
Is he dead? He's kind of just standing there now. Can I go home?
Well, I mean, I can't. You're all in my room.
Can you all get out of my room?
I think we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh no, you don't mean...
Yes, we need to modify Mr. Shum's latest deduction and turn them into the great ones they ought to be.
Boogie down with him!
Do it!
I had a feeling that was coming. Alright, let's give it a try. Next time!
Oh, okay, I guess we're stopping here?
I mean, we're already at an hour.
I guess so.
So, ladies and gentlemen, join us next time while we explain to Sholmes why he's an idiot.
Yeah.
And hopefully figure out... I can't wait for it to be that the snake is, like, not related to Pavlova at all. It's just a random-ass snake on the fucking boat. So, yeah, join us next time to see how this situation gets concluded. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.